Right, hello people. Sorry it's been a few weeks since the last video, but been trying to get all the bits together to do this one. And I don't know if you can tell by what's on here, but this video is going to be connecting up the signal wire for the rain sensor and the auto headlight sensor and activating it within Opcom. Also, while I'm there, because I'm going into the underhood electrical centre, I'm going to run the wiring for the clutch switch, which is the grey thing on the top there. So for this I'd need a screwdriver with a, what's it called? What's that? That's a T30 bit. That's to get into the electrical centre. Also, these things are godsend if you're doing retrofitting wiring or whatever you. They cost about £2-3 off wish.com, and they've got loads of different things to undo the clips with. I want it to focus. No, it's not working, is it? Anyway, so that's for that. So I'm going to get under the hood and I will be back in a moment. Okay, I've now got the hood off, or the bonnet, sorry, not American. Anyway, this here is what they call the underhood electrical centre, hence being saying hood. It's not a hood, it's a bonnet, we all know that. And this is where a lot of the retrofit upgrades will be done, and also turning on things like comfort windows, speed dependent locking. I think you turn the clutch switch on in here, obviously the rain sensor, and a few other things like check control, and also the ALF or AFL lights go through here, as well as the washer bottle pumps for the lights. So a lot goes through this. Anyway, let's get to it. First off, safety first. Take off the negative. This is where he realises it's the wrong way. Yep, it is. So, oh dear, why is that not working? Oh, that's all right. Okay, right, so I'll do that, because to remove this, the top of this underhood electrical centre, you have to remove. Oh, get off! Should have done this first, shouldn't I? Really? There we go. To do it, you have to take out this bolt here, as well as undo these 3 screw things. But that bolt's negative, those are positive, so if you hit them together, obviously you get fireworks, which is not really good. You could damage something, so best disconnect the battery for peace of mind. So do that. So we undo these. These are, I can't think what they call them, but they can't come out of the unit, they're stuck in there. So you undo them. This is where I proved myself wrong, and they come out. So you undo them. Oh, here we go. Typical, isn't it? I came out earlier, not a gust of wind. I thought, nice sunny day. As you can see, look, sun over there. Ooh, see. We don't get it very often, so bathe in its awesomeness. So we do undo that. Now, I don't know if anyone's been under one of these underhood electrical centres before, but they're basically just, this board has hundreds of little pins under it, well, not hundreds, but a lot. So when you wiggle it, they come off. It would help if I undid that, wouldn't it? So we undo that, because that holds it in place. But let's move that out for the battery. Yeah, saying safety first and then leaving it on the battery. Yeah, well done, Ian. Go for it, mate. Put that there. So, underhood electrical centre. Let's see if we can get it off. Right, I'm going to get an age-old removal tool. I'll be back in a sec. Right, so after a bit of finagling, that is the REC or REU or whatever. REC, yeah, underhood electrical centre. As I said, there's all the little connections. Now, as far as I can gather, most of these things have every connection for pretty much every upgrade on this bit. So pretty much you're set there. This is where the problems lie sometimes. Right, for this, some of them you need if you want to do certain upgrades. Like at the moment we're doing the rain sensor. The rain sensor is this one here. As you can see, it's not populated, and so I have the wire to populate it. Also, I'm doing the clutch switch, which is that one there, the last one. That wasn't populated, but I got it, and when I was playing around a little while ago, I just put it in for the fun of it. Another upgrade I'm planning to do is the check control system, which basically reads the water in there, also your coolant, also the washer bottle. It comes up on the little screen inside. And for those, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's God, one moment. Right, hello everybody. Had to go and get the cheat sheet there because I couldn't honestly remember where they were. But here we go. Here's a few other ones. As I said, this is the coolant level. So I luckily, if you see, is populated, so I'm presuming the wiring goes to that. There's a little socket underneath there somewhere, maybe. I'm going to have a look later. And that's for that. And the one I was looking for a minute ago is this one, is for the washer bottle reader. There are a couple of others on here that I believe are for when you like the auto headlights and things, and that's that one there. The top one is the AFL ignition voltage, so I presume that's the ignition switch on for the lights. I don't know, I'm not going to bother with that one. This one here is the CAN bus high for the ALF system, and that's it for those. This big one here goes to the headlamp washer pump in the REC, which the REC is the rear electrical centre, which is basically a similar thing to this, but it's in the back. It's in the boot on the left hand side behind the panel. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. And today we're just going to connect up the wiring in here for the clutch switch and the rain sensor and run them into the bulkhead. Now this is really quite an ingenious idea. Each of these sections is modular, as you can tell. You can actually get them out like so, he says. Oh god damn you. You think it'd be easy? I've had this one out already. Oops, that was recording the whole time. I might have to cut that out. Anyway, so I've got my wonder tool from wish.com, a lot of the different ones. But that one, all you do is you push it in. Go and get in there, you bugger. Yeah, there you push it in, like so. And that should release. This is where it doesn't work. Hold on. Or did I get it the wrong way? Let's have a look. No, that's the right way. Let's make sure it's the right tool. Would be a good idea. Yeah, so. Damn thing's closing up on me. Hold on. Right, as I said, that is the clutch switch wire that I took out of a scrapyard. Can't see it because it's not focusing. Let me get up a little bit out of the light. Right. No, it's not going to do it, is it? No. Right, anyway, the plan is that is going to be connected via the little connection pack I've got to the other wire that needs to be placed in there, so that, you know, you can connect them up. And then I'm going to run two wires through the bulkhead, through the dashboard, to the connections I've made down by the Bluetooth module which is in another video if you'd like to check that out. So give me a little while to sort that out. I'll try and do a video a little bit on here of how to make the wires, but it's a bit fiddly, and it's most of the people probably know it anyway. So I will see you in a bit. Bye for now. Right, a little bit of an update. I've now created this. The black one goes to the clutch switch, the red one goes to the rain sensor. I've now got to install them into this. Now, if the holes aren't populated inside, to protect the inside the unit, there are little rubber bungs. They're only tiny little white things. They look a bit like the ends of these wires, the blue bit there, but they're white. And now to get those out, you need to obviously push something through the hole at the front, and they'll come out the back. You might need a little bit of wiggling. As I say, it's another thing probably can't show you on camera because I need two hands. But once I've finished, I'll show you the bung so you know what you're looking for. Okay, so hopefully this won't take long. I'll be back in a sec. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. It depends on where you're taking it from, what size. But come on, focus. Not a good focus today, is it? Anyway. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get it on there and you might be able to get a focus on it. Anyway, that is for that larger size. The smaller size are white, but that's basically what you will find in there. You have to remove the, there we go, focused. Damn silly thing. Anyway, so that's what you'll find in there. You have to remove them because obviously you can't put your wire in. So once you've removed them, I found these again quite handy for that because they're long and they go through the hole. You literally just slide them in. Once they're slid in, you push that pink thing down and it locks them in place. So let's give that a go, shall we? Right, so quick update. Had to do a little bit of refashioning because this wire was too short for them to sort of reach over, so I've extended it. Proper connector under there, just put some tape on, put it into that, and then once I've done the tracing the wire through, then I'll come back to you. And actually I might come back to you once I've done it and then show you how the opcon bit works. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
2 hours later.
Sit rep, it's been a little more involved than I was thinking. Ended up having to take the wipers off, the cowling, and the fan heater thing. I've had to run the wires in through the fan and through the seal of the fan so I can get in the car, because there's no other easy way of doing it. Just run the wires down to there. They are now under here, all wired in, hopefully, which I'm going to test in a minute. So all being well, that bit is done. So once I put it back together, I'll be back. Right, I've now done the install of the wiring and everything, so give you a bit of a more information like inside the car. When you install the rain sensor, you need to have, as you can see, there's 3 wires going into it, a positive, negative and signal. Well, obviously the signal is the one that we've traced through the underhood electrical centre. The ground, as you say, you can go anywhere. I personally put the live onto the switchable live, which is under the lighter. That way it's not on all the time. While I was up there, I decided it made sense to do the dimming mirror as well, because that only needs the positive and negative. As again, you don't want these things on all the time, because obviously when the mirror's on, like when it's powered up, the mirror's working. So you say during the night when it's, let's see if I can get it to work. Hold on, let's turn the ignition on. Right, if I can get it to work, you'll see it go green. You might do it. It is working. I can see it myself. But yeah, as you see, it gets darker and darker and darker. Now, when it gets to a certain point, it has, I don't know if you can see that light on the bottom. It lights up down on the gear stick. Now, if you have the power on all the time, obviously that is going to be on all night. Now, I know the power is going to be negligible, but if you've got a dodgy battery, it could be a problem. So, switchable live is the answer. Now, when I got the mirror and the sensor, I got them together, and a lot of people have mentioned in the comments of other videos, the mirror is a straight swap. You can take it off, the old one off, put this one on. You will have a little bit of an issue with the cowling. You basically have to fiddle, it will go on, but then everything's set. One thing that I will say is the sensor, as you can see, I've used the official not endorsed stuff to stick it with, but the sensor itself, if you remove these metal clips, the sensor comes out and it leaves the surround on the window, but it's very sensitive to anything. So when you put it in, there's like a rubber membrane that goes in between the glass and the sensor. Now, when I first put it in, that membrane was setting off the sensor when it wasn't doing anything, so I was getting fast wiping when I should have been having nothing. But cleaned it up and gave the window a clean and wiggled and jiggled, and now it doesn't go off every time I turn it on. It's now fine. Also, right, with the rain sensor, I'm not sure if it's because I've retrofitted it and it's not, hasn't got that black surround, but I think the black surround is only to hide the wires, really. It won't detect rain or water, even when you're pouring it over the screen, in direct sunlight. Now, my theory is that the sunlight is basically overloading the sensor so it can't detect the water. But then, who has direct sunlight and rain? You know, not in England anyway. But so that's the only issue I've found so far. The auto lights work because I tested them last night, so they work now, all well and good. And I was going to show you how to activate everything in the Opcom, but the Opcom, well, the laptop I use for the Opcom, if you'd looked in other videos, is quite battered, and it's decided to stop working, so I can't do that. But what I can say is, when you get in the Opcom, you need to go into body, you need to go into the underhood electrical center and activate or set the rain and light sensor to present. There's also an option in the rear electrical center. Now, being that I wired it outside of the main loom, I don't know if it's necessary, but I turned it on anyway in case there's something it does that's not, because all there is in there is a fuse for it. So I put it on anyway, and that's what you do. And obviously for the auto lights, you need to have the auto thingy-bobby. You just turn it on, or I leave it on so it comes on when it needs to. As I say, and to activate the auto wipers, you literally just put them on intermittent. You'll get one wipe, like that. So one wipe, and let's see if we can get it to work this time, shall we? Just to prove it works. And get out the car, be a good start, wouldn't it? This is where it doesn't work, watch. No, there we go, it doesn't work because the sun's moved. But let's try again, in case it's not just in the right place. No. Right, so we'll give it another try. There we go. Now they work. See? So there, as you see, they now work. And oh look, they're still going because there's water. And the auto headlights, we know they work because I've tried them, but for the sake of the video, I will turn the engine on. It'll be a good start. Preferably out of gear. Right, lights on. Just to prove, lights are not on. Put my expensive wiper or motor thing on there. See, on there. The lights come on. Take it off. It takes a minute or two for them to come back on, or go back off even, but that's it. In the car. So as you see, that is an upgrade that's done, and also have the mirror working as you saw. So any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'll always answer if I can. I will say bye for now.